Once again, tonight we will take a few minutes for any brother who would like to ask a question. Let's remember that our focus tonight with our questions is on the topic that we have under consideration tonight, and that is the symbolism in the book of Revelation. Does any brother have a question at this time? Yes.
I appreciate you mentioning the aspect of warning in the book and dealing with state congregations that back away from studying it and the admonition to really get to know it. Would you say that maybe is one of the things these congregations really need to do when they're starting to stray away and they're neglecting one of their greatest tools?
Absolutely. I think we really have done ourselves an injustice by, we've hurt ourselves by shying away from the book, and it is admittedly a difficult book, but it's not impossible. Vern Poythress tells the story of some seminary students that were taking a break at their seminary, and they were playing a basketball game on the basketball court. And they stopped their basketball playing for just a minute to get a breather. And they looked over, and there was a custodian sitting on the bleachers. And he was reading something. And they hollered over at him and said, "Hey, what are you reading?" And he said, "I'm reading the book of Revelation." And one of them said, "Do you understand what you're reading?" He said, "Yes." And all of those seminary students were looking at each other, and they were laughing and chuckling. You know, here's a custodian that thinks he knows what the book of Revelation means. And so they said, "What does it mean?" And he said, "God wins." That's right. And we may not understand all of the intricacies of the book, but we can get the general thrust of the message. But we're never going to get that if we don't start reading and talking about it. So I believe it is possible, and I think we do ourselves a great injustice when we don't read it.
Does any other brother have a question? Yes. Will you stand up, please? Then others can hear better.
Do you feel comfortable telling somebody that Revelation is symbolic language with a literal meaning?
I'm not sure if I understand what that means. Can you elaborate on that?
Okay. Well, in other words, by looking at symbolic language, they can get a literal meaning and apply it to their lives.
Yes, I think that's right. It has a concrete application. It's symbolic language, but it has a concrete application. And those people that originally received the revelation had a concrete application to their situation that they were facing with the empire. And today, when we find ourselves in the same type of situation that they were in, we make the same concrete, literal application in that sense that you're talking about.
Is there another brother who has a question? Yes.
So with that, do you think that the application can change from generation to generation?
Yes, I think that each generation has, the book of Revelation applies to each generation in their situation that they find themselves in. But were you here last night? I don't know. Okay, one of the main points that I was trying to drive home last night is we need to distinguish between interpretation and application. Interpretation is asking the question, what did Revelation mean to the people that received the revelation? That's interpretation. And application is, how does it apply to me today in my situation? And so, to illustrate, Does the book of Revelation apply to the medieval Catholic Church that was oppressing the Lord's people during medieval times? Yes, it applies to that. Was the book of Revelation predicting the medieval Catholic Church? No. Does the book of Revelation apply to Christians who lived in Nazi Germany under the Nazi regime? Yes, it applied to them. But was the book of Revelation predicting the rise of Nazi Germany? No. And so that's an important distinction, interpretation versus application. And we need to be careful not to make the application the interpretation.
Okay, we have time for another question. If there are none, then we thank you. Thanks, Joe.
Can I say one
Yes,
more?
certainly.
I just thought of this. I wanted to say this. You know, Nathan, I've been picking on Nathan tonight. And he knows I preach this sermon. And one time he heard me preach it, and he told a group of young guys after I preached it, he said, I want to defend myself. And I was interested. I wanted to hear him defend himself too. And he said, the thing Dad didn't tell me is he never gave me any prior warning before he took my stuff all away. And I said, Nathan, you're only making my case. I said, plain English wasn't getting in here. And I had to do something radical to get your attention. And that's so true, isn't it? Sometimes we have to do something radical to get into people's minds and let them know we're serious. And so that's really, I think, the reason we have this symbolic language in Revelation. So I just thought that was an interesting little footnote that I had forgot to tell you about earlier. But anyway, I appreciate your attention.